What is up, people? Welcome to another Wingin' It podcast. Andre, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty decently. I mean, things are looking on the upside. So, though I got some stuff to say about Blizzard, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, yeah. So we got a very interesting week last week, and so there's a lot of stuff to talk about. First things first, though, we're gonna start off with a couple of articles. One of them, the first one is Obsidian not knowing that Outer Worlds could be done on the Switch and had to be convinced by the developer named Virtuos that they could actually bring it to the Switch. Andre, bruh, okay,
Okay, I
hold on. But
mm,
before we get started, now Obsidian is not no rookie developer. They're not an indie developer by any
no,
stretch
they're
of
not.
the imagination. So you mean to tell me they don't have a fucking Switch dev kit? They don't have one. I'm supposed to believe
I,
that.
I'm going to assume that if they don't have it, they didn't attempt to get it because Nintendo's been giving those things out.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was widely known that Nintendo's been giving them that. It's not like you can't get one if you're a developer.
No, you
That's
can get
been,
one even if you're not a
yeah.
developer.
So that right there had me saying, hold on, what the hell you mean you had to be convinced?
I'm sorry. Have not the reports from all of these different developers saying, "Oh my gosh, it's so easy to port things to this platform," or "Hey, these games can't run on here," but yeah, we got them running on it. None of that at all made them think, "Yo, let's try to put this on a Switch and see how it does."
And at this point, I kind of want to just buy it on the Xbox but if I did that, I'd be wrong because then we wouldn't get nothing else. So I'm like, you know what? I will get it on the Switch because it looks awesome, and I don't want to double dip it. This is one game I don't want to double dip. I'll just get it on the Switch, and hopefully they'll have crossplay at some point. So there's that. But I'm just gonna get this one on the Switch. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna double dip this one, but I want to get it because, like I said, I like what they did with. I've seen some gameplay. Dude, the game looks great, but that just threw me off when I'm like, some stuff you probably need to keep to yourself.
Just don't tell everybody when you were incompetent out
Yeah,
in public. Don't let us know because then it makes us look at you like, for real, you was about to leave all that money on the table.
yeah.
You was really about to leave all that money on the table.
So apparently y'all allergic to money. So y'all Capcom, y'all
I was
Capcom, y'all
about to say
allergic
the
to
same.
money.
I was about to say the same thing, Cap. Y'all,
Y'all allergic to money. Okay, all right. Y'all see money, y'all just start sneezing. Okay,
like, nah, don't touch it, man. I'm gonna break out hives. Don't touch
yeah.
it.
Like, come on, man. Nobody at this point. If you, and I want people that's listening to me. If you walk around your break room and you see more than two switches out, I promise you that developers are doing the same thing. When they
Oh,
go on
and
break, when they go on lunch,
they sitting down there gaming away on it. Like, yeah, because you can take it with you everywhere. And when you done with it, plug it in, let it charge. I,
when Phil Spencer says that he plays Smash Brothers during, I
Phil,
rest my
Phil
case.
Spencer in the back during their conferences before while he waiting for his turn on stage, he in the back gaming on a Switch. I
Playing
can
Smash Brothers
guarantee you that.
against damn Bill Trennan.
I can
How much you want
guarantee
to
you
bet?
that. Especially if they playing Tetris 99, man.
Him and yeah, I've refused to get that game after seeing him, Elon Musk, and Kamiya and Trennan go at it. Nope, I'm good.
If those Triforce in there, because good.
And I seen some stuff Triforce did. Nope, I'm good.
I'm like, nah, I don't want to end up in a game with y'all.
Nah,
Just
nah, the devil is a
like,
lie.
like I'd have been clapped in some games. I don't need to be clapped that bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I've just seen like the gameplay of them playing, and I'm
and
in
then,
awe.
oh God, and you see when people like when the whole board of people is targeting them.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, hey, I could not do that.
yeah, yeah, dude. Like I said, I'd be sitting in awe. That's why, like, once again, when I first saw that, I'm like, we got to talk about this Sunday, man. You mean to tell me, Obsidian, that you had to be convinced by and watch the first thing come out of Obsidian mouth? Hey, well, if y'all want to put this character in Smash,
Nah,
Nah,
No.
don't you
Oh
dare.
hell no. No, don't try to think that you gonna slip one. No. No. Don't
Don't
even
pull a
think
Blizzard
you
and do that shit. Cause remember Blizzard, that's the first thing Blizzard said. Yeah, yeah, we love Nintendo, but y'all can put Tracer in Smash. I mean,
gonna.
we won't say that. We won't say no to that.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Really, really, really Blizzard.
Nah.
Really, y'all just gonna
Not
up and
at all.
say
Not at all.
that. And the hits just keep coming because Death Stranding is now coming to PC, and for some reason, now maybe you can explain this to me, Andre. You have a PS4. Why do you care if the game goes to PC or not? Aren't you still playing it? Aren't you still able to play it?
It's I can get why people would be upset because it was touted as a PS4 exclusive. It was touted as this thing that Sony is putting so much money into, and it was going to be exclusive PS4. So I can understand why the perception would piss people off. But this is the same thing that happened with No Man's Sky. And I was looking, like, and I remember looking
Street
at
Fighter
the
Five. Remember
Street
Street
Fighter
Fighter
5.
Five?
Yeah, No Man's Sky, Street Fighter 5, King of Fighters
King of Fighters. Yep, that's
14.
another one. Yeah, they
All
all went
these
to
games
PC.
that started out PS4 exclusive ended up on PC, and King of Fighters is even going to the Switch. So, I mean, or is it on it already?
No, it's going. The
It's,
old games are on there, but the new one's
yeah.
supposed. It's rumored. No, I take it back. It's rumored to be coming. 14 is
I could
rumored.
have sworn I heard that. I don't know. Maybe I
Well,
need to check
I'm
my
gonna preface
sources.
that by saying a rumor because I've seen an article, but they said it was a rumor. So
Oh, okay. So, I mean, either way, like, we know it can happen.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but it's just like, y'all
But
just,
here's the thing though. Why get mad when you can still be able to play? I don't understand that.
I'm not, I wouldn't get mad that you'd be able to play it, but it's the loss of bragging rights.
Yeah, because like this is a bad example because I know Nintendo would never do this. But if Legend of Zelda got ported to PC, you think I'm gonna get mad? No. If Metroid gets ported to PC, you
I'd
think
be a
I'm gonna
little
get
bit,
mad?
I'd
No.
be a little bit happy for the PC crowd to get Zelda, because I
Yeah,
mean, that's a whole new set of controls that game has never had that you'd be able to implement.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't get mad. I'm like because I'm. It doesn't stop me from my enjoyment or playing the game.
I know.
It does not stop me from that. Now, I understand, exclusivity. I understand like bragging rights and all that stuff. Trust me, I do understand that. What I don't understand is you so mad that you're gonna cancel your pre-order. That's what I don't understand. So you ain't
I would
mad
have
that
canceled my
you ain't
pre-order.
even gonna play.
I would have canceled my pre-order with not knowing what the game was
That's
about.
what I would have canceled it for. Cause like you sitting up here, you're not gonna cancel it because you don't know what it is. You'll cancel it because how dare Sony
Somebody
and
else is able to play it.
and
Like,
Mercury Steam decide they're gonna put this game on PC.
you're gonna have the game for almost a while before PC gets
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Either way,
So
so all the stuff about the game is going to be spoiled before PC gets a hand on it. So to me, it sucks more for the PC side because you're getting it after everything's
late.
already been revealed.
Yeah, you're getting it late if you want to get it. But and going by how some of these reviews are going, I think the PC crowd is gonna be happy that they gonna be able to wait. But we're not.
Oh no,
That's neither here nor there.
no.
That's neither here nor there.
There were some PC enthusiasts that were talking about how bad the game was going to be based on stuff that they had heard about it, and then the second it gets announced that it's coming to PC, their
Oh, they was
whole
all
tune
yeah,
changed.
yeah.
Like, looking
He,
at this, like,
hypocrite, hypocrite. So yeah, that always makes me laugh. But some people are fickle like that. I just don't. I guess my big issue would be like, okay, I can understand being upset and all, because honestly, that's your business. If you want to be upset, that's your business. But when you start bragging about canceling your pre-order, not because you don't understand the game, but because they
because
decided to bring it to another platform, even though you can still play it on your platform of choice. To me, that doesn't make sense. Logically, that doesn't make sense.
it doesn't at
Because
all.
so you mean to tell me that your enjoyment of the game is tailored to whether it's exclusive or not? Bruh, I wouldn't give a damn if Beautiful Joe came on Xbox and PlayStation. If it's coming to Switch, I'm gonna get. I'll still be happy. It's Beautiful Joe.
Which it needs to come back, but
Yeah, it
we'll
does.
worry about that a different time.
Capcom, Capcom allergic to money. So that's the thing. I'm like, come on, man. Th- there's reasons to be upset and to bring awareness to something, and then there's reasons to not be stupid.
They know that they can make additional money putting it on PC, so they're going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, and at this point, if you got your own the creator of the game saying the first 10 hours is boring, that's not helping anything.
That is a horrible thing. Like
Yeah, you
you mean to tell me
you're going to
you
say that.
made you made this game boring as hell for the first 10 hours of the experience. That's a third of a day. A
He
little more
said it,
than a third of a day.
and
That
Kojima
you
said it.
made part of it boring.
Uh huh.
Why would you want to pick it up and play it?
My thing is,
That's my better. That's the
why
better
would you
question.
say that? My thing was, why would you say that?
Yeah, as the
You're t-
creator, why would you say that? But as the consumer looking at this, like, why would I want to buy that then? So you mean to tell me I have to drag through these first 10 hours of this game
I have
knowingly?
I have never
At
heard
least, at
Aonuma.
least if you're not told, at
Yeah,
least if
it's
you're
different.
not told, you're
It's
playing
different.
through. You're like, okay, maybe it'll pick up after this. Maybe it'll pick up after
Yeah.
this. You still got that hope. He came out and just said, "Yeah, the first 10 hours is boring." I'm like,
I was hoping it was a mistranslation. I really was, but it
it
wasn't.
wasn't. It wasn't.
But it wasn't.
Like,
It,
Gee, please, why do you do this?
because
Like,
I think
because
with
he knows
Kojima,
he can get away with it.
yeah, and Kojima knows that his fan base, they're gonna lap it up anyway. They
Yeah,
don't care.
they gonna love even the boring section.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things. I've never heard Miyamoto say that. I've never heard Al Newman say that. I've never heard the Stamper Brothers say that. I've never heard, I've never heard any developer ever say, "Oh yeah, the first third of my game is boring as hell."
Like, but then you gotta look at it, like you know how they go look at it. Like, yeah, he made it boring on purpose, so that way when we got to that moment and everything picked up, we'd appreciate it more. Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, keep telling. Yeah,
Keep telling
I
yourself.
remember. Some friends of mine were playing Metal Gear Solid 5, and they were highly upset with how that started off. So much so to the point that they almost gave up on it. And then when they still got through the game, they were still upset. So
It's understandable.
yeah,
And
I
you can
mean,
tell Kojima kind of botched that game on purpose anyway.
yeah, well, yeah, that was because Konami screwed him over. So you're like, oh, really? Okay, got something for you.
Well, yeah, the game gonna come out, but
Uh-huh.
it ain't gonna be as good as y'all think it's gonna
Like
be.
it is, yeah. And I'm gonna charge $4 for this 2 hour demo.
Mm.
So yeah, that yeah. I mean, and you're looking at a guy who played through the first part of Skyward Sword, and that was boring. But that was only 2 hours.
Yeah, that's a much quicker quick up than 10.
Yeah, so that was 2 hours.
And,
Like,
and the only reason Skyward Sword is boring in the first 2 hours is because you're learning a whole
yeah,
bunch
you
of
have to
crap about
learn
the game.
everything. Yeah, you have to learn everything in the first 2 hours. So yeah, they didn't. That was that when people were complaining about that, I'm like, I can't really get mad because that is the truth. But at the same time, it's only 2 hours.
It's an information.
This dude said 10 hours.
It better be 10 hours worth of lore, because that's the only way
Yeah,
I'll find this acceptable. It's got to
I
be like
mean,
10 hours worth of lore and actually telling you what the story really is.
yeah, because he has not done a good job of doing that. And before anybody says no, I did not watch the OVA. I did not watch that 48-minute OVA.
I haven't yet.
I
Uh,
did watch the 7 minute launch trailer. And going and moving right along. So last week also Retro Studios has hired Kyle Heffley, the lead artist from Halo 4 and 5 from Metroid Prime 4. Now my question to you, good sir, is should Nintendo release an HD Metroid Prime trilogy, and if so, should it have both motion controls and a twin stick option? Go.
my answer is yes. It's a pitch for Switch video already on my channel for that. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Want to go? You want to get my take on it? The Pitch for Switch video is on my channel in the playlist. You go ahead and listen to it. I already covered all this, and they should do it. And it's funny. It's kind of ironic that they get somebody who helped with the designs of Halo 4 and 5, who came, which happens to be that they had somebody who left Retro and went over to there after the Prime series to
Yeah.
help those designs, and now they got somebody coming back that's learned from that person. So it's basically like a trade off.
Basically, and I think I want to do a let's talk video about this, and I probably will later on this week. But my thing is, I think it's actually a good idea because Metroid is one of those franchises where they actually want it to be kind of realistic. So it's one of
They
the
want
few.
the
Yeah,
designs to look kind of realistic, but
yeah,
the gameplay is still otherworldly.
otherworldly. Yeah, so it would be interesting to see how this plays into. Now, I still believe that they didn't completely scrap it. I think they're still using the art assets and all that stuff. There's no
Yeah,
way this game is coming out for the Switch if they had to completely scrap it. I'm
no,
sorry, no way.
I'm pretty sure they kept the art assets and
Yeah,
stuff. They probably scrapped the gameplay engine.
yeah,
I'm
but
pretty sure they completely scrapped that,
yeah,
and they're
because
doing a new one. But
but other than that, I think like the art assets and all that, because apparently, according to Retro, they already had a story lined up anyway, so they
yeah,
were already ready to go on that anyway. So it's not
I was
like
like,
they,
but they probably felt insulted like Nintendo. We already had this ready. Come on, y'all could
yeah,
have gave this to
yeah. So it's
us.
like okay, and like, and apparently, I guess all them years of hiring all them people, this should not take as long as people think it is.
Nah,
I think honestly, if next year, if uh Breath of the Wild 2 doesn't get a release date, Metroid Prime 4 will,
oh,
in
I'm
my
pretty
opinion.
sure it will. I'm pretty
If
sure it
it
will because
doesn't, that will.
it's going to
So
be it's going to be the game that everybody's hinging their bets on for that year.
yeah, and if anything, I think like if we do get a Bayonetta 3 trailer at the Video Game Awards, I think Bayonetta 3 is probably going to either hit spring or summer of next year.
I'm going to lean towards summer
Yeah.
just because I think Platinum is putting a lot of work in this. They probably going to make it pretty big because in comparison to the first one, I think the second one was a little bit bigger, wasn't
No, the
it?
second one was yeah, the
It was
second one was
like
bigger.
I look. It's been a while.
Yeah, the second one was bigger. The second one was
So
it,
that's why I'm assuming they're just keeping the trend where they're going to make the third one bigger over the second one.
yeah.
So
And hopefully we get a little bit some more little crossovers here and there inside of that game as well because I would love to see some more ridiculous Nintendo stuff putting her in it. So that
mhm.
would be fun, just to be funny. So I would love to see what they do with amiibo support for that because that's just going to be hilarious if they do what I think they're going to do with that. But that being said, for me personally,
Zero
I
Susanna.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. But for me personally, I honestly think that they should go on and announce a Metroid Prime trilogy. I mean, just because one, I think just for me, my own selfishness, I would love to see the Metroid Prime trilogy in
In
HD.
HD because I mean it
First,
already looks pretty as it is.
yeah,
It's standard
well,
definition.
yeah, with Wii and GameCube, it still looked
It
damn near
looked really good. It
yeah.
looked really.
So, and there's one sequence in particular that I want to play in HD off Corruption, and that's when she fights Ridley in that
Oh
silent
yeah.
room, and she's shooting him in the goddamn mouth. That's what I want to see. I want to see how they do that in HD. So personally, and with as far as the motion controls are concerned, I could do with either or.
Yeah.
Um, it wasn't like people try to act like the remote and nunchuck was the best option for some stuff. Yeah, but there were certain boss battles, especially in the first Metroid Prime. I preferred twin stick. I just did. There were certain battles in Metroid Prime 2 that I preferred twin stick, but I like now you can give people the option, especially with how they got it set up, how they
Mhm.
have it set up, and the fact that you can actually do motion control gyroscope with the pro controllers now.
Yeah.
It,
You
it's
have three control style options. You have just the twin sticks.
yep,
Then you have twin stick with the added bonus of motion control with the gyro
gyro,
control, and then you have the
two
motion
point,
control
yeah,
option,
the
point and
true
motion.
like
So
using the Joy Cons to have that Wii remote and Chuck feel to it. So
yeah,
I mean, that's one of those situations where I think they should actually do. I know people are getting kind of tired of the whole remake remaster thing. I completely understand that. I really do. But certain games, and I've said this for years, certain games from that sixth gen and the Wii era, because the Wii kind of fits weirdly to me. So that sixth gen and seventh gen below, well, the Wii below, I think certain a lot of those top games should get the HD treatment, or some of those games like Last Story or
Last Story in Pandora's Tower,
Seven Doors Tower. Well, Xenoblade we're getting that. Metroid Prime Trilogy. You know, some of those games should get the HD treatment in my
or
opinion. I think they would
Zack
work
and
well.
Wiki. Zack and
Zack and
Wiki.
Wiki, yeah, Zack
Yep.
and Wiki that would be good. Sir, but you know what? There's one game I don't want to see in HD, and that's Skyward Sword. And I know before somebody decapitates me in the comments, um, it's because like you already know what that's gonna look like. That's Breath of the Wild, so we already know what
Yeah,
that's
it
gonna
would
look like.
look like
So
that.
it would look like that. So I mean,
But I would still want it to happen because I want them to add that daggone Zelda portion back.
yeah.
That's the
Well,
only reason.
at that point, like, because my thing is, if you're gonna do Twilight Princess and you're gonna do Skyward Sword, add them portions back in that you had to cut,
Yeah,
because y'all still got them. According to our Numa, y'all still got them.
might as well just go ahead and put them back in.
Because they actually did them. They actually completed them. It just couldn't. They couldn't polish it before it was time for the release. So,
So yeah, just go ahead, polish it up, put it out together. That's what I want.
or let it be. Yeah, that's what they should do. But that's neither here nor there. So, all right, now another little odd. Well, I found this odd because I didn't know about this. So, everybody knows Stadia is coming soon, November 12th. So
Mhm.
Xbox One testers, it was reported last week, can now stream any game to an Android phone. Apparently, they was already able to do this on the Apple side. Uh, this is interesting. Your thoughts?
I remember making a video last year about Play Anywhere being fraudulent or a scam of some kind because they weren't doing this, and then they announced it at E3 last year that they were going to be doing it. So, my thoughts are they're doing what they should have been doing with it in the first place.
So,
Simple as
but
that.
do you think it was because of Stadia though that
Nah, because they
they
they were already working on it.
okay?
Because again, they said something about it last year. They didn't really go into detail on it, but they said that they were working on allowing you to be able to play your Xbox One games on smartphones with a controller. And I was like, okay, this is what you should have been doing in the first place because you claim Play Anywhere and you
Yeah,
can't play anywhere. So, like, at
that's
a
not
restaurant,
true. So yeah. So, and I'm wondering, is that going to extend to the Surface as well, to that Surface tablet as
it more
well?
than likely it will.
Yeah,
But,
because
but here's the real kicker. The one that will probably shock people that I have a feeling might happen because of the buddy buddy relationship that's been happening as of late. If we end up seeing that on the Switch,
well, we do know that they're supposed to be going to that Nintendo's supposed to be going to Azure, so they're jumping ship from
so
Amazon. So
that's shocking.
we, yeah, I mean, at this point, it would not surprise me because, like I said, I understand why Microsoft has been pushing to get everybody under their umbrella because it makes more sense. It's centralized. It's easier to secure it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when people want to do crossplay, now you don't have to complain about it because now
Everything's on the
you're not.
same servers.
Yeah, everything's there. Microsoft now. I know some people be like, "Well, Microsoft can control it." Well, yeah, but from a security standpoint, that's what you would want. If you're gonna try to do all this stuff, you would want it to where you know it'll be a centralized thing. So it's just how you perceive it. I don't know the ins and outs, so I'm not. I'm gonna leave it at that. Because once again, I don't like being that tech guy that like, oh well, I know they're doing this, this, and this, but yeah, I don't know that because I don't work for these dudes, and you'd have to know what the setup of Azure is and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, nobody at Microsoft's gonna tell you that. Not right now anyway, because it's still being worked on. They're not gonna tell you the ins and outs. It's still being
Mhm.
worked on. So they'll give you some stuff, but not the good stuff.
No, they're not gonna tell you everything, but they will give you a good idea of what they're doing.
Yeah. So
But again, for me, it's to me all this just makes sense for them to do,
yeah,
in my opinion.
it works out for everybody involved, especially the people that want to do crossplay. Because
Yeah, it does.
now it will just make sense across the board for everybody. Personally, in my opinion, it will make sense for everybody across the board if they were like, okay, look, now there is no excuse. So if you want to play, if you want to play Destiny, do a Destiny run a strike, and your friend is on Xbox and you're on a PS5, hey, y'all can still do it.
Yeah,
You're on a PS4 and we're on the Switch, you can still do it. If you want, that's, and you don't have to worry about controls issues or anything like that. Now, that to me is, and Microsoft already proved it could work because they did it with Minecraft with
yeah,
Nintendo and Xbox, and it worked fine. They did it with, I think Fortnite did it as
but
well.
yeah, they did
I
it with
think,
Nintendo, with Minecraft. It's with Switch, mobile, PC, Xbox, and now PS4. So
yeah,
all of those can work together and play together.
yeah.
So
So, I mean, they know it can work. So, hey, Xbox, good job. So we'll have to see more because, like I said, we know Stadia's coming in what, about a week and a half. They supposed
yep.
to finally drop, and we'll see what happens then. Because unfortunately, like I've told many people, I'm done being a beta tester for people. So even when these new systems drop, I'm probably not getting one until at least 2021. I'm not gonna be a beta tester. I refuse. I did that this last gen. I was a beta tester for Xbox and Sony, and I'm not doing that again. So I'll let it be out for about a year. Then I'll see if Stadia. I want to see what Stadia's exclusive games are going to look like before I even get enticed. As far as like Sony and Microsoft go, I want to see what their exclusives are going to be as well. So I can make my decision a
Yep.
little bit better, a little bit clearer. Because right now it's going to be Switch and whatever. I'm still rocking my Xbox One, so I'm fine with that. But I'm kind right now. I'm kind of inching back toward the PS5 because I gave my brother my PS4, so I'm inching back toward the PS5 because I love my JRPGs. But that's just 'cause I'm a JRPG freak.
Mm.
Go figure. So
Well, and if the kid look, things keep going the way they're going, Nintendo will end up with most of them anyway.
yeah, so I mean, it's just one of those situations. But let's move on right along. So Nintendo wants to bring the 3DS games to Switch. Which one should they bring
Kid
is the
Icarus
question.
Uprising. Kid Icarus Uprising. Samus Returns would
Samus
definitely be a good
Returns, yeah.
choice.
Samus
Uh,
Return,
any of the Shin Megami Tensei or Persona games that they have on the 3DS,
yeah.
because they'll all those will move over nicely. Um,
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, all
yeah,
in part.
which I have a video coming for those.
Yeah,
Um,
on one
and
card.
yeah, on one card. You don't even need to separate them; just do them on one card.
Yeah.
Um, there's a couple other ones I can think of, but I just can't think of them off right off the top of my head.
We don't need Smash Brothers 3DS. We don't need that.
No, it's
But
all right. You already got Smash.
but I
But the
will
Smash
take.
Run mode would
Yeah,
be good.
I will take
That
Smash Run though. I will take
take
Smash.
Smash Run and throw that in there,
Yeah.
and make the multiplayer
Yeah.
online.
Online multiplayer, yeah. So, well, here's the question. Okay, so because like the 3DS has a crap ton of games. One of my favorite is Dead or Alive, the Dead or Alive game.
That are alive dimensions.
Yeah, I love that game. And I don't know how, because I know Nintendo and Koei Tecmo is real chummy. So, if anything, I would think they would bring that one over since they don't want to give us DOA 5 or 6, which the way
Just
they got it set up, I'm glad they didn't.
mm.
Because the way Team Ninja's doing
That
that,
DLC thing
no,
is
like you pay more in DLC for the doggone game, and it don't. And the DLC ain't like story
nah,
expansions and
it's
stuff
just
like that.
costume.
It's just costumes, and that junk total up. I think when they actually did the total, it's like $93.27. It's something weird.
I would look. I wouldn't be buying all that. I just pay for the game to get the characters and play the
Yeah, I'm
game.
like, okay, yeah, bro, y'all on. This is what we in the black community like to call y'all on some bullshit. So I mean, that's just what we say. But I wouldn't mind seeing like Dead or Alive Dimensions come over. Oh,
Yeah,
and one of your favorites. Remember Steam the Steam World game?
Steam World or
Not the
Steam
Steam
World
World Dig,
Heights.
the not the Steam World, the Codename Steam.
Cold
Codename
name
Steam.
Steam. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, because that would be
That
a
one was
good
a
move
good,
over too.
and I blame you for getting me hooked on that game. I blame you for that. Cause I'm like you and Zen Gamer. Y'all had me playing that game religiously. Cause that game it was so ridiculous but fun. It was right up my alley.
There was that.
Do not play that game thinking you're getting real history, because you are not.
It is alternative history. The only reason people ended up not even getting that game was because of that one dude that played Lincoln. I'm like, y'all just dude already got paid for this project, so you not supporting the game is not hurting him in the least.
In the
He's already
least.
been paid.
Yeah. And I think one of my favorite actors said it best, Sam Jackson. Oh, you ain't gotta like what I say. I already got paid. I already got my check for that movie.
Exactly.
You're not hurting me.
Um, Another good one though was I had it in my head and I just completely forgot. This is a bunch of 3DS games that are really good.
Yeah.
Oh, Bravely Default and Bravely Second would be
Yeah,
good to
Bravely.
port over.
Now the thing with that one is because there's been rumors that they're trying to do a third one to bring the Switch. So my thing is, if you want to drum up support,
Do the duology first.
yeah, do the duology first.
Put out the third
If
game.
you want to do that, yeah. Um, that game would actually, I think those two games would actually go good as well. Like I said, there was a lot of good titles on there.
Hey, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, because everybody's been complaining that that's not on there.
Yeah,
That and
yeah,
the first one, and put that
and the first
duology
one,
out
yeah.
on it.
Because just because they were in the 3DS, weren't they kind of still kind of HD ish?
They looked better than the GameCube game
Yeah.
did, but
So I don't know exactly how that. Now, once again, I don't know how exactly that would translate, but I don't think it'd be that much to up-res it a little bit more.
they would they'd have to bump the resolution, fix. They would definitely have to fix and expand textures and stuff
Yeah.
because they are blowing it up from this tiny little box to like this gigantic screen.
Yeah.
But
But my thing
it,
is, you already got a team that does that. That's Grizo, because Grizo's the one that did uh Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and I forgot what other one they did. So you already got it, and from what I understand, that's Nintendo's in-house team. From what I understand, so if that's their in-house team, yeah, have them do it.
go ahead, do it. That's,
Yeah,
I
because
might
you
as
get the
well.
money back. Like Legend of Zelda, they gonna make money on Legend of Zelda over here at least. So if you tell them you're gonna put Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on one cart, people will buy that thing
They'd be
quickly.
all over it.
I'm one of them.
Especially if they keep the item system the way it is in the 3DS remakes,
Yeah.
because people hated that Iron Boot section in the Water Temple and Ocarina of Time, having to pause the game, swap the boots on, and swap them back off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just doing keeping the item system that way will work. I mean, they'd have to do a couple fixes for it, but it still
Well, you got
would
more
work.
buttons now, so
Yeah.
you have more buttons on the controller. So yeah, there's no reason why that wouldn't work. And to me, I think you're right. I think that would actually go up. Well, now I know we're only talking about like the actual Nintendo games, like because I know there were a lot of third party games that are actually really good on the 3DS. They had an Ace Combat game that actually
Oh
used
yeah, that's right.
uh,
I
they actually
forget
had Amiibo support
about
where
that.
you could actually like get
Get
certain
different
fighter
plane skins
jets.
and
Yeah,
stuff and
but
jets.
of course they have something to let you know that's what one you use. Because my favorite one was the F-14 Link,
Mm.
the Link one. They had one for Mario. I forgot which one Mario was. They had one for Zelda. They had one for Bowser. Bowser had a bomber. That was actually pretty nasty. Uh, so I would love to see that one, but that would go once again. You got to talk to Bandai Namco about that.
You know what would be a good troll?
What?
Metroid Prime Federation Force.
Oh, I do.
But
I,
with the Prime 3 visual
yeah,
quality
yeah.
in HD, and put
And
that in a blast ball on the Switch.
Yeah. And you know what? I bet you, everybody that was complaining would have it because you know how
They
many
would
people
look,
play
they
Rocket.
would be
You know,
buying that thing up tomorrow if it was announced.
you know how many people be on Rocket League. You mean to tell me Blast Ball wouldn't do well? Come on, Blast Ball would do well.
Last ball was Rocket League with mechs. Like that's all it was.
Hence why I'm like, yeah, dude, that yeah, I would
Because
do that.
I remember how like I remember when they were doing it in the Nintendo World Championships, and everybody was looking at Blast Ball, and they were all excited. They were like, "Oh, this is a cool, awesome game." But the second you got told it was part of Metroid Prime, everybody's mood changed.
Yeah,
I was like, "But you just liked it a few minutes ago."
basically, and that to me is the major hypocrisy. Me, I wasn't mad. I was just like, okay, not exactly what I wanted, but let me see what it is. Got to play it. I'm like, this ain't bad for the as far as the
It was.
storyline was going. But I think what happened with me, the reason why I got a little bit upset was because okay, where are the other hunters? Where are like it didn't feel like a Metroid story. Blast Ball was off chain though, but it didn't feel like a Metroid story to me. That was my only real gripe from as a fan. But
Yeah.
most of the people that was complaining, they weren't even fans.
No, it was just most of the people who complain, even though they don't want to say it, is because of how it looked.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it looked chibi. It looked like a chibi anime. That's what it looked like.
That's why they didn't like it. Because if you playing that after playing Metroid Prime 2 on the GameCube, the controls are so similar.
Oh
The
yeah,
only difference was that 3DS had the added benefit of the gyro.
yeah. That
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 was
was
it.
the difference. Yeah. So I
Like,
mean
yeah,
that
that's a bunch of
that
hypocrites.
could actually work. The only other thing about that because I think people would flock to it. Oh, and Star Fox Command.
That was 3DS or was that DS?
That was a DS, but I think you could actually use it on. You could actually bring that too.
Yeah, you could. I mean,
Yeah, I think you actually bring that too.
they could bring Command and Assault too if they wanted to.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those situations where you're like, especially like when people complain, talk about because this way you can find out who really is a fan and who really ain't. Because people always jump on these bandwagons, but the sales do not measure up. Does not the sales of the game and the people complaining about not having it don't match up. Like when people were complaining about Metroid not being on the Wii U, I'm like, yeah,
But
but
y'all wasn't buying
y'all
the Wii U.
wasn't buying it. Y'all wasn't even buying the Wii U. Oh, I would buy a Wii U if they just put Metroid Prime on there.
Lies.
Why are you lying? Oh my God! Stop with lying. So yeah, it was one of them situations. I'm like, I heard that so many times, and then me being a Metroid fan, I'm like, dude, I put my money where my mouth is. I had other M. I had Federation Force.
That would, even
I
though
had
it's not a 3DS game, that would be another one that they should bring over to the Switch.
yeah.
I think I already did that video,
Yeah,
but that's
Other
another
M
one that
was
should bring
not
to
a
the Switch.
bad game. Look, I get it. Y'all didn't like the cutscenes and the story was very monotone. But that's a situation where them loud people was talking, did not know the game, talking about they wanted full voice acting and did not understand what the game was. So you got what you got. But that gameplay, that's
The
the only
gameplay was
reason
on
why.
point.
That's
I'm
the only reason
sorry.
why I'm scared about Metroid Prime 4 because I want to do finishers. I don't need to be in first person no more. I want to give me the option to go in and out of first person. Give me that option because I want to do finishers. I want to do finishers. I want to rock bottom somebody into a V trigger knee, into a dead eye, into a stone cold stunner, into an RKO. Yes, I combined AEW and WWE, so I want to do all of that. I'm just saying, like the gameplay of Other M was freaking amazing.
Mm.
So that's my only real worry about Metroid Prime 4. They're gonna go back to that. It's got to be a FPS, and I don't really know. I kind of the option Skyrim it for me. Give me the option to go in to either be in first person mode or third person action because I want to be able to do finishers, and I want to be able to see it.
I mean, all they would really have to do is actually add the finishers in. if
Yeah,
they didn't want to have you changing perspectives. They just need to add the finishes and allow you to be able to utilize it and just give you some sort of bonus for doing it.
yeah,
Like
like they
maybe
do
it
in
powers up your beam or something for a
yeah,
little while you after you've used the finisher or something, or your rockets hit harder or something.
like they do in Destiny's Shadowkeep, because they got
Yeah,
finishers now. If they do it like that, I still wouldn't be mad because I do them in Destiny now all the time anyway. And I
yeah.
need one where Pikachu Libre shows up and y'all do a Stone Cold Stunner Frog Splash combination. Look, man, they done already started that meme from Smash Bros. You can't get mad at me for wanting that.
Look, I already got a video premise for a wrestling game for Nintendo. So like this is already in the works. Already got
Yeah,
it written down on my little pad right here. Everything I want to go ahead and talk about for that. So
and Travis Touchdown should be the announcer. So
nah, he can't be the announcer. He's got to participate.
no, we got to have a color commentator, man.
He look, he can't be the announcer. But what we could do is take some of the side characters from like F-Zero, like Samurai Gorath and
Oh, okay, okay, all right,
Doc over there, had him on the sideline doing commentary.
that'll work. Yeah, and somebody got to be Jr. Somebody got to be Jim Ross. Somebody has to be Jim Ross, and we'll just leave it.
I would leave that to Samurai Gorath.
Yeah,
He looked like he could do the Jim Ross impression,
yeah.
just in
But
Japanese.
and people, we just gave you a new game. So okay, so we're about to hit that hour mark. So the last thing we're going to talk about is BlizzCon. BlizzCon opened. I want to say Thursday or Friday. I can't remember what day it opened, and it opened with an apology.
It opened with an empty apology because he didn't actually apologize
Yeah,
about what they did,
but
and
he
they're not fixing
apologized.
any of the bands.
Nope.
None of the
But
bands on the people
but he apologized,
apologize for nothing.
and then he showed a trailer, and
He
everybody
apologized.
lost, their shit.
That apology literally did not cover anything.
No, it didn't.
It
It
was
really,
like,
when you think
we're
about it, it really
sorry.
didn't.
We're sorry for being a company, is basically what they said.
Yeah.
Instead of, we're sorry for how we treated the player base, we're sorry for banning people, we're going to lift those bans, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to work things out a little bit better instead of acting so hastily and taking down people and removing them for their freedom of speech and talking about something that we may not have agreed with.
But he apologized.
That's what the apology should have been.
But
That's what it should have been. Those are the things that they should have done, but they didn't, and they're not going to. They literally came out and said, "Nope, we're not removing any of the bans."
Andre, you're forgetting the point. You're not getting the point. He apologized and showed Diablo 4.
Apologized, and then made me not want to buy a game from Blizzard.
Yeah. So, uh, right after your apology, Diablo 4 gets a cinematic trailer, damn near 10 minutes. Y'all know how these go. So, first,
The apology happened, and then the trailer was long enough to make people forget the apology even was a thing.
and that's exactly what happened, to the point where I laughed and when I sent you that thing on Twitter because I'm like, dude, these fools. So, because people in that crowd lost their mind when Diablo 4 got announced.
They got
So
sucked in.
I'm like, wow, y'all are lame. Then then the Overwatch 2 trailer drops. They did a cinematic trailer and a gameplay trailer for that as well. The cinematic trailer, okay, they're not bad, but they did say something that actually got me a little hype for Overwatch 2, and they announced that they are actually doing a single player campaign. About freaking time.
Good job, Blizzard. You figured out what everyone's been telling you to do since the first game.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Overwatch has a lot of awesome lore. I don't know if you guys ever seen any of the trailers they did for the first game. Two of my favorites are Recall and Dragons. Those are two of my favorites. So the lore was there. So when I played the beta for the first one, I was like, I can't wait to jump into story mode and see how all this come together. There was no
And
story mode.
that didn't happen.
Yeah,
It didn't
there was
happen at
no
all.
story mode.
Overwatch has the potential to be time splitters for the modern era, and that's what I looked at it as. I'm like, you have so many characters, so many story bits and lore that you can just dig people into, and y'all decided to not put it in the game. You put it on YouTube.
Yeah,
Good
that
job,
pissed me off.
Destiny.
Yeah,
Good job, Destiny. Remember, going to a different source to find the lore for the game. How well did that work?
yeah, that didn't work well at all. So that actually, I didn't get the game. I played the beta. I was like, is so basically you're telling me this is an esports game.
Yep, I
It's a
played the beta
PvP
too. Was not
esports game.
playing. I
Okay, I'm
played the
not.
beta. Was not purchasing the game.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not getting this. But they kept up with the trailers, so I kept up with the lore. So I'm like, okay, this is cool, but to me, it doesn't make a difference because I'm not gonna buy this game because there's nothing. There's no. I like stories. Like if you have a good story, I'll probably get your game.
Yep.
Um, but with this one, I might get Overwatch 2 because they're actually putting that in. I got Destiny 2. Why? Because they actually put in a campaign, and I actually got hooked into the game. I
Yeah.
actually got hooked into it again. So this can actually work if you actually have, you actually put some time to it. So that's what they did. I love the trailer that they showed. Even though I'm still kind of confused on, you know, some characters, but that's neither here nor there. I liked what they showed. I like the little gameplay trailer that they showed afterward, where they showed a couple of new characters. As I got to rewatch it, but there's like two new characters they show. Some people are gonna be real happy about it, diversity, and some people are gonna be real mad about it, diversity. So, um, me personally, I just want to see how they fit into the story. That's what I want to know how they fit into the story. I could give a damn about diversity, but I want to see how they fit into the story. So, uh, at this point, because if it doesn't, to me, diversity don't mean nothing if you ain't gonna fit them into the story. It don't. It really don't. If they serve no purpose, all the diversity in the world is not going to save the story mode. So
Oh, you mean like the Sarah Connor Terminator movie? Whoo,
I
that
want to say so much about that, but I can't because we only got a little bit of time left. So,
bomb bad. That
so
bomb so bad. That's all I got to say.
boy, you about to turn this to a fresh take. So yeah, I'm actually looking for that one. Diablo 4. I've never really been a huge Diablo fan, honestly. I really just want my Gauntlet back. I just want Gauntlet back. I
I
mean,
think a lot of people want Gauntlet back,
and I ain't talking about that
especially
PC
now.
version they did like 3 or 4 years ago. That horrible PC version they did. They can keep
Uh,
that. I want the real Gauntlet from the real people that used to be at Midway. That's what I want. I want my sword, my black wizard, my elf, my dwarf, and my warrior, and the female version of the warrior that's always in a bikini for some reason. Japan, gotta love them. So,
but no, that you can't even say Japan on that one. Midway was a an American company.
yeah, but you know what character I'm talking about? What she
Yeah,
looked
I know.
like?
I know who you're
She
talking
did
about.
not look like she was from America at all. I'm
I'm
like,
like,
anime waifu? Y'all put an anime waifu in a. Okay, hey, I'll go with it.
and they
Hey,
got no excuse. They have no excuse for putting that game together and not allowing for at least 8 people to be able to play together.
oh yeah, dude.
No excuse.
I'm sorry. I play with 8 people on Smash Brothers, so yeah, that can work. I
No
play
excuse.
with 8 people on Smash Brothers, and no slowdown, so that can work. That can work. Nothing drops to 30 frames. Nothing. No slowdown. That can work. If Sakurai can do it, and he can do a lot of stuff, he can do a lot of stuff. He's probably
They
one of
got
my
the
favorite
magic touch
developers.
for video games.
Yeah, he's
Swear.
probably seriously one of my favorite developers because he makes magic happen. He makes magic happen with little to no resources and little to no help. I don't see how he do it, but he makes it happen. So I know that can happen. But I'm actually, Blizzard. Y'all not as bad as EA, but y'all trying to get that boy. Woo, y'all trying. Y'all
Don't
not
go
bad
for that
as
crown. That is not the crown you want.
EA. They are trying, but they're like, we have got to take it from them. We have got to. So I'm
I
like,
don't want that crown. Let EA keep it.
yeah,
Let them keep it. Don't.
yeah, don't. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with them. Overwatch, they don't have a release date. They just put out those I think it was 3 trailers. It was the
Preemptive
opening.
announcing.
Yeah, it was like the 10-minute trailer. it was a 3 minute gameplay, and then it was another little trailer, but there was no release date. So, but they did say, and this came out later, that Overwatch 2 will be available for everything, including the
The
Switch.
Switch.
So apparently they are happy with it getting on Switch, which means they want Tracer in Smash. So
Yep. They want Tracer and Smash. That's all they working towards.
yeah, that's what this is. Somebody's like, look, man, we got to get one of our characters in Smash. How are we gonna do that? We just give them Overwatch. But
I mean, they already put Diablo 3 on the Switch, and that
yeah,
did well.
that did well. So I mean, hey, they, yeah, because they want to get that. They want to get in on some of that amiibo money too. So
Yeah, they definitely do. But like, they've already got games on the platform. Just do the amiibo.
yeah, I mean, Yacht Club did it. Yacht
Yacht
Club,
Club was the first to do it,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
sad.
And
Yacht
Yacht
Club
Club's
was
got
like,
three more amiibos coming out too, because they got
yeah,
the King Knight, I
Spectre
think,
Knight, and
yeah, and the Reaper,
yeah.
yeah.
No, that's
So
Spectre Knight. I think you're talking about Plague Knight.
Plague Knight, yeah. So I think the three of them supposed to drop because they got a bundle dropping with that. So when that's supposed to drop, so yeah, they're trying to get that amiibo money. I can't really blame them. I mean, money is money. So you are a company, you need that to
Look,
survive.
they are little statues that double as in-game currency. You might as well.
Yeah, I mean it works. So if it works, it works. But that being said, that pretty much does it for our little yaunt into this week's news in the gaming world.
This
Uh,
is weird
yeah,
for gaming.
because it
It,
all came like crashing one after another.
it was like one thing happened and the next just.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was Tuesday was when that Virtuos article came out. Then right after that, Death Stranding came out like 2 hours later. Said they're going to PC, and everybody lost their mind. Then I think Wednesday was they let everybody know about the Kyle Heffley hiring and stuff. Yeah, it just it
All
was.
this stuff just tumbled. It was like this was an avalanche of stuff that just happened all at once.
And rumor has it that next week we were supposed to get Terry Bogard for Smash Brothers. Supposed to be next week sometime. I'm sitting there like, okay, I'll wait for Nintendo to say something because they did say November, but I'll wait for them to say something. So
Whenever Nintendo says something and they give you an approximate date, everybody should assume the last of the month.
yeah.
That's your best bet.
The only I think the reason why people are assuming the first of it because they dropped that Banjo Kazooie like they did that direct and then he dropped that during the direct.
Yeah, I can
So
understand that, but we haven't even gotten an
yeah,
announcement of the direct.
yeah.
So,
And I don't think it's gonna be a direct. It might just be one of those things where they just have Sakurai do the thing,
mm.
do the breakdown, and then oh yeah, he's dropping tonight.
Yeah, but that's probably going to be at the back end of a direct.
Yeah, but why would they do a direct when we got to? You know, what? I'm not even gonna question Nintendo because they do crazy stuff, and I'm not even gonna do that because that's gonna make my head hurt. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. Andre, got anything you want to pimp out?
Nothing outside of actually getting back into doing my videos, and I actually do have a video talking about, from my perspective, which should be pretty simple to understand for most people, why the Switch ends up not having games look as good as the other platforms, even though it's working on newer technology. It should be very simple to understand, even for the quote unquote tech heads that say they know everything and they got these sources, but they overlook this one detail.
Yeah, I love those guys. They're awesome. I love those guys. They're awesome. So
But
yeah,
that'll be dropping tomorrow. I'm gonna
okay.
make sure that drops tomorrow. But the rest of the week I'm actually getting back into my videos. My videos will be uploading again. I've already recorded like 8 videos as it is. So
Yeah.
getting back into my routine to get that together because I have like not been happy that my channel has been sitting so empty. But
Gotcha.
I needed a break. I
Hey,
needed the break. So
hey, we all need a break from time to time. Me personally, I had RE6 was supposed to go up the Switch version for Halloween, but I ran into an issue for some reason. It didn't want to. The recording didn't go through, so I had to redo it. So that'll be going up hopefully sometime tomorrow or Tuesday. Check out the blog, themindofj.com. I put a review up for Dolomite is My Name. Check that out. Also, check out the Discord server. Gonna be starting to do some game hookups. So if you guys got a game you want to jump in on, like Marvel Ultimate Alliance or something like that, or you want to jump in Destiny or something, just let me know. And we can hook up that way. Just join the Discord server for Geek Life. Other than that, probably be not next week, but the week after. We'll probably be taking a week off. I got a personal thing I have to handle, so I'll probably be out of it. And then I think the next week is
That
Thanksgiving,
is all
so
on my end.
yeah, so it's gonna probably be 2 weeks that we're probably gonna be off, so to speak.
Yeah.
Still got to try to figure out how to do this video game awards because we normally do a live reaction, but thank you Google for making that to be
You-
gonna
ugh.
probably a little bit hard.
Oh, you want to know the kicker here? And they're doing exactly what I thought they were going to do. They're moving basically all the Hangout stuff into Duo.
Okay, we're gonna have to have a separate podcast for that because I'm probably gonna cuss a lot on that one. So that being said, yeah, we'll figure something out. For that, we're probably not gonna be able to do live reaction. We're probably not gonna be able to do a uh live anything. We're probably just gonna have to do like a I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. But that being said, hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, your family if you like what we do. And we will see you guys on the next vid. And until I get my fake afro, Wakanda forever.
Peace out, everybody.